Deep within the Amazon rainforest, a mystical brew simmers. It is a cauldron of ancient wisdom and modern intrigue. But what secrets does it hold? What fears does it awaken? This is ayahuasca, a sacred plant medicine, revered for centuries by indigenous tribes. Its healing and spiritual properties are legendary. But what are the true consequences of its power? Celebrities like Sting and Lindsay Lohan have spoken about their transformative experiences. But what did they really encounter? Ayahuasca is a complex brew, a delicate dance between two worlds, the spiritual and the scientific. Imagine a scene from Indiana Jones, where ancient rituals meet modern-day research. But what obstacles lie in this intersection? What mysteries remain unsolved? It is a gateway to profound experiences, a catalyst for healing, a source of both fascination and fear. Just like in the movie The Matrix, it offers a choice to see the world in a completely new way. But are you ready to take that leap? Join us now as we embark on a journey into the world of ayahuasca, a world where ancient wisdom collides with modern science. Think of it as a real-life Doctor Strange adventure, where mysticism and science intertwine. But what will we discover? What truths will be unveiled? And what will be left in the shadows? Stay with us to find out. The story of ayahuasca is a tale woven through time, its roots reaching back centuries, perhaps even millennia. Imagine the ancient shamans, like the ones in the movie The Emerald Forest, discovering its secrets. Long before modern medicine, indigenous cultures in the Amazon recognized the power of this sacred brew. Think of it as the original Doctor Strange potion, opening doors to other dimensions. For these ancient cultures, ayahuasca was not merely a medicine, it was a sacrament, a portal to the spirit world. It's like the Avatar Tree of Souls, connecting them to their ancestors. Shamans, the spiritual leaders, were the keepers of this ancient knowledge, guiding their people on journeys into the depths of consciousness. Picture them as the Gandalf of the Amazon, leading epic quests of the mind. Today, these ancient ceremonies continue, a testament to the enduring power of ayahuasca. Just like how yoga has become a global phenomenon, ayahuasca's influence has spread far and wide. The resurgence of interest in ayahuasca has sparked a fascinating intersection between ancient wisdom and modern science. From the Amazonian shamans to Silicon Valley tech gurus, ayahuasca is making waves. Neuroscientists are discovering that ayahuasca's active ingredients, particularly DMT, interact with the brain in ways that can induce profound alterations in perception, emotion, and cognition. Remember when Joe Rogan talked about his ayahuasca experience on his podcast? It's that powerful. Studies are revealing its potential to treat a range of mental health conditions. For instance, clinical trials have shown promising results in treating PTSD and depression, much like how MDMA is being explored for similar uses. Yet, even as science delves deeper, it becomes clear that ayahuasca's effects extend beyond the purely physical. Think of it as a journey similar to the one depicted in the movie Avatar, where the spiritual and natural worlds are deeply intertwined. Ayahuasca stands at the crossroads of two worlds, a testament to the interconnectedness of the spiritual and the scientific. It's like bridging the gap between the mystical experiences of ancient cultures and the cutting-edge discoveries of modern science. To truly grasp the power of ayahuasca, we must embark on a journey into the intricate landscape of the human brain. Ayahuasca's ability to alter consciousness arises from its unique cocktail of psychoactive compounds, the most notable of which is DMT, famously dubbed the spirit molecule. Once inside the brain, DMT interacts with serotonin receptors, altering the flow of information between different brain regions. This interaction sets off a cascade of events, giving rise to the unique experiences reported by ayahuasca users, much like the vivid journeys described by celebrities like Sting and Lindsay Lohan. The secrets of this ancient brew begin to unravel within the depths of our own consciousness, echoing the transformative tales from pop culture and personal anecdotes shared by those who ventured into its depths. DMT, the spirit molecule, often called the God molecule by enthusiasts, DMT, with its uncanny molecular resemblance to serotonin, binds to serotonin receptors, much like a key fitting into a lock, setting off a chain reaction of neuronal events. The 5-HT2A receptor, famously targeted by psychedelics like LSD and psilocybin, plays a crucial role in mediating these profound experiences. This disruption of normal brain activity, much like hitting the reset button on a computer, may hold the key to understanding ayahuasca's therapeutic potential. By temporarily shaking up the brain's habitual patterns, DMT may create a window of opportunity for change, much like Neo's awakening in The Matrix. The default mode network and ego dissolution. Ayahuasca appears to dampen activity in the DMN, much like how meditation or even a deep state of flow can quiet the mind. Think of it as hitting the pause button on your inner monologue, leading to a temporary suspension of self-referential thinking and a diminished sense of ego. This ego dissolution is a hallmark of the ayahuasca experience and may underlie its ability to facilitate profound insights. It's like when Steve Jobs credited LSD for some of his creative breakthroughs. Ayahuasca, by temporarily suspending the activity of the DMN, may remove this filter, allowing us to experience reality with newfound clarity. Imagine seeing the world with the wonder of a child, unclouded by preconceived notions. The implications of this DMN modulation extend beyond the realm of the purely spiritual. Just like how the movie Inception explores layers of consciousness, ayahuasca might help us unlock deeper layers of our own minds. A symphony of neurochemicals. Alongside DMT, ayahuasca contains harmaline alkaloids which act as monoamine oxidase inhibitors, or MAOIs. Think of it like the dynamic duo of Batman and Robin, working together to unlock the mind's hidden potential. The interplay between DMT and the harmaline alkaloids is crucial. It's like the perfect blend of ingredients in a Michelin-starred dish. This synergistic relationship is a testament to the intricate knowledge of plant medicine possessed by indigenous cultures. Imagine the wisdom passed down through generations, much like the secret recipes in a family-run restaurant. The intricate dance of these neurochemicals gives rise to the multifaceted experiences reported by ayahuasca users. It's like stepping into a vivid dreamscape, reminiscent of scenes from movies like Inception or Doctor Strange. Beyond the material consciousness and neuroplasticity, ayahuasca's ability to promote neuroplasticity offers hope for healing and transformation. For instance, actor Jim Carrey has spoken about his profound experiences with ayahuasca, describing it as a tool for deep personal insight. By temporarily breaking down old neural pathways and fostering new connections, ayahuasca may allow individuals to break free from ingrained negative thought patterns. Think of it like rebooting a computer to clear out old corrupted files. This potential for profound psychological change highlights ayahuasca's potential as a tool for personal growth. Just like how Michael Pollan, in his book How to Change Your Mind, explores the transformative power of psychedelics, ayahuasca offers a similar promise. The subjective experiences reported by ayahuasca users, such as those shared by celebrities like Lindsay Lohan, offer valuable insights into its potential to heal and transform. Whispers from the rainforest, anecdotal evidence. For millennia, the whispers of ayahuasca's healing powers have echoed through the Amazon rainforest.
Take, for instance, the story of Lindsay Lohan, who credited ayahuasca with helping her overcome personal struggles. Or the countless veterans who have found solace from PTSD through its use.
While these anecdotal accounts are compelling, it is important to approach them with a discerning eye. The sheer volume and consistency of these reports, from celebrities to everyday people, serve as a testament to ayahuasca's enduring power and potential. From the shadows to the lab, scientific inquiry begins. Intrigued by whispers from the rainforest, scientists began studying ayahuasca in the late 20th century. Remember the movie Altered States? It sparked curiosity about psychedelics in mainstream culture. Armed with modern tools, they investigated ayahuasca's healing properties and its effects on the brain and body. Think of it as a real-life Stranger Things lab, but with a focus on healing rather than the upside down. Early studies, despite legal and societal challenges, focused on ayahuasca's chemical composition and psychological effects. It's like the early days of cannabis research, full of hurdles but driven by curiosity. They discovered DMT and harmaline alkaloids, providing insights into ayahuasca's pharmacological mechanisms. Imagine the excitement of finding a new element on the periodic table. The 21st century brought increased mental health awareness and a new era of ayahuasca studies. Shows like 13 Reasons Why highlighted the importance of mental health, pushing research forward. With funding and easing legal barriers, researchers explored ayahuasca's potential to treat various conditions. It's like the breakthrough moments in House, Maryland. But in real life, early studies show promising results, suggesting significant therapeutic benefits in controlled settings. Just like the unexpected success stories in Grey's Anatomy, ayahuasca's potential is turning heads in the medical community. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly 280 million people worldwide suffer from depression, a debilitating condition characterized by persistent sadness, loss of interest, and feelings of hopelessness. Think of it as the Dementors from Harry Potter, sucking the joy out of life. Ayahuasca, with its unique ability to induce profound psychological and emotional experiences, has been likened to a real-life, limitless pill for the mind. Take, for example, the story of Mike Tyson, who credits ayahuasca with helping him find peace and purpose after years of turmoil. A growing body of research suggests that ayahuasca, when administered in a controlled therapeutic setting, may offer significant benefits for individuals struggling with depression, anxiety, addiction, and PTSD. Just like how Tony Stark found his way back from the brink in Iron Man 3, many are finding hope through ayahuasca. While ayahuasca is most widely recognized for its effects on the mind and spirit, emerging evidence suggests that it may also hold promise in addressing physical health challenges. Indigenous cultures have long used ayahuasca to treat a variety of ailments, from gastrointestinal issues to infections and chronic pain. Now, scientists are beginning to explore these traditional uses through the lens of modern medicine, seeking to understand the mechanisms by which ayahuasca may exert its therapeutic effects on the body. One area of particular interest is ayahuasca's potential to modulate the immune system. Studies have shown that ayahuasca can increase the production of lymphocytes, white blood cells that play a crucial role in fighting off infections and diseases. This immune-boosting effect may contribute to ayahuasca's traditional use in treating a wide range of illnesses. Furthermore, ayahuasca's anti-inflammatory properties are being investigated for their potential role in addressing chronic diseases such as arthritis, cancer, and heart disease. Inflammation, a natural immune response to injury or infection, can become chronic and contribute to the development of numerous health problems. Ayahuasca, through its ability to reduce the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines, may offer a novel approach to managing inflammation and its associated diseases. While research on ayahuasca's physical healing potential is still in its infancy, the initial findings are promising, warranting further investigation. It is crucial to note that ayahuasca should not be considered a replacement for conventional medical treatment. However, its potential to complement existing therapies and address the underlying causes of disease makes it an intriguing candidate for further scientific exploration. The shadow of healing, navigating the risks. Ayahuasca's benefits are undeniable, but it comes with risks. Responsible use requires understanding both its healing potential and its potential for harm. Approach ayahuasca with reverence, respect, and understanding.
Its effects on the brain and body can be profound and unpredictable. Many experience positive outcomes, but some face challenging experiences. The intensity of the journey can be overwhelming, especially for those with mental health conditions.
Physical risks include nausea, vomiting, and dizziness. Serious complications can arise in individuals with underlying health conditions or those on certain medications. Vulnerable souls, screening, and preparation. The profound nature of ayahuasca necessitates rigorous screening to minimize risks and ensure responsible use. Think of it like preparing for a marathon. You wouldn't just start running without proper training. Just as a physician assesses a patient's medical history, much like Dr. House would meticulously review every detail to solve a medical mystery, ayahuasca facilitators must prioritize safety and well-being, ensuring participants are as prepared as Frodo was for his journey to Mordor.
Screening includes assessing physical and mental health history, similar to how a detective gathers clues to solve a case, including pre-existing conditions and psychiatric diagnoses. Remember, even Iron Man had to consider his health before donning the suit. Some may be advised against participation due to increased risks, much like how certain athletes are benched to prevent further injury.
Assessing motivations and expectations is equally important. It's like Yoda assessing Luke's readiness to become a Jedi. Ayahuasca is not a quick fix, but a tool for self-exploration and growth, akin to the journey of self-discovery in Eat, Pray, Love. Preparation extends beyond screening, fostering trust and providing clear guidance, much like Dumbledore guiding Harry through his challenges. Proper preparation creates a foundation of safety and trust, ensuring a journey as epic and transformative as any hero's quest. The shamanic equation: tradition, exploitation, and cultural appropriation. Ayahuasca's rise in popularity outside of its traditional indigenous contexts has sparked complex ethical dilemmas. Remember when Lindsay Lohan shared her ayahuasca experience on social media? This is just one example of how sacred practices are entering mainstream consciousness, raising questions about cultural appropriation and the exploitation of traditional knowledge. For centuries, the wisdom of ayahuasca has been carefully guarded and passed down through generations of indigenous shamans who have long served as the guardians of this sacred medicine. Think of it like a family recipe, cherished and protected. However, the increasing demand for ayahuasca experiences has led to a proliferation of retreats, workshops, and ceremonies led by individuals with varying levels of training, experience, and ethical considerations. It's like the yoga boom, where suddenly everyone is a certified instructor. While many facilitators approach ayahuasca with respect and integrity, others may exploit its popularity for personal gain, commodifying sacred practices and disrespecting the cultural heritage from which they originate. Imagine a sacred ceremony turned into a luxury spa treatment. The issue of cultural appropriation is particularly sensitive. It's like when fashion brands use indigenous patterns without giving credit or compensation. Ayahuasca, deeply intertwined with the spiritual beliefs, rituals, and traditions of indigenous cultures, cannot be separated from its cultural context. It's not just a drink, it's a spiritual journey. When individuals from outside these cultures appropriate ayahuasca for their own purposes, often stripping it of its spiritual significance and traditional protocols, they risk perpetuating cultural exploitation and disrespecting the very people from whom this wisdom originated. It's like taking a sacred text and turning it into a pop song. Addressing these ethical challenges requires a multifaceted approach, including supporting indigenous communities in their efforts to protect their traditional knowledge and practices, promoting cultural sensitivity and respect among those seeking to work with ayahuasca, and encouraging collaboration and dialogue between indigenous healers, researchers, and facilitators to ensure the responsible and ethical use of this sacred medicine. Think of it as a global team effort to preserve and respect ancient wisdom. Section 4. The ayahuasca tourism boom: ethical considerations. The increasing popularity of ayahuasca has fueled a burgeoning tourism industry, with individuals from around the globe flocking to ayahuasca retreats, primarily in South America, in search of healing, self-discovery, and spiritual awakening. Celebrities like Sting and Lindsay Lohan have publicly shared their transformative experiences with ayahuasca, further boosting its allure. While this influx of tourism can bring much-needed economic opportunities to local communities, it also raises ethical concerns regarding sustainability, environmental impact, and the potential for exploitation. For instance, in the Peruvian Amazon, some locals have reported feeling sidelined as the demand for ayahuasca grows. The sustainability of ayahuasca tourism hinges on a delicate balance between economic benefits and environmental preservation. In Ecuador, some communities have started initiatives to ensure that ayahuasca vines are harvested sustainably, protecting the rainforest for future generations. The harvesting of ayahuasca vines, a crucial ingredient in the brew, must be done sustainably to ensure the long-term survival of this sacred plant. A local shaman in Brazil once recounted how overharvesting nearly wiped out their ayahuasca supply, prompting a community-wide effort to restore the vines. Overharvesting, driven by the increasing demand, threatens the delicate rainforest ecosystems and the traditional knowledge systems that have preserved ayahuasca for generations. In some areas, the rush to meet tourist demand has led to significant environmental degradation. Furthermore, the influx of tourists can strain local resources, particularly in remote areas with limited infrastructure. A small village in Colombia, for example, saw its water supply dwindle as more tourists arrived for ayahuasca ceremonies. Waste management, water conservation, and the preservation of cultural heritage sites are all crucial considerations in developing ethical and sustainable ayahuasca tourism practices. Some retreats have started implementing eco-friendly practices inspired by the principles of permaculture. To ensure that ayahuasca tourism benefits both local communities and the environment, it is essential to promote responsible travel practices, support eco-friendly retreats and organizations, and prioritize cultural sensitivity and respect for indigenous traditions. The documentary, The Last Shaman, highlights the importance of these practices. Collaboration between tourism operators, indigenous communities, and conservation groups is crucial for developing sustainable models that protect both the environment and the cultural heritage of ayahuasca. In Bolivia, a successful partnership has been established, setting a precedent for others to follow. Section 5. Finding balance towards responsible and sustainable use. As ayahuasca enters global consciousness, we must honor its sacred origins and ensure its responsible use. Remember when Lindsay Lohan shared her transformative ayahuasca experience? It's a reminder of its profound impact. This requires ethical practices, open dialogue, and collaboration. Just like the way the MAPS organization brings together experts to discuss psychedelic research. Scientists and researchers must conduct rigorous research to understand ayahuasca's effects. Think of the groundbreaking studies by Dr. Gabor Mate, who explores its potential for healing trauma. Indigenous communities must have a voice in shaping ayahuasca's future, like the Shipibo Konobo people, who have been its stewards for generations. Ultimately, ayahuasca is a sacred gift to be approached with reverence and respect. Remember the scene in The Last Shaman where the protagonist finds healing through ayahuasca. Embracing collaboration and cultural sensitivity can safeguard ayahuasca's sacred origins. Just like the Global Ayahuasca Conference, which fosters understanding and respect across cultures. Ayahuasca, a bridge between worlds. At the confluence of ancient wisdom and modern science, this sacred brew connects us to traditional knowledge and the cutting edge of scientific inquiry. Remember when Sting shared his transformative ayahuasca experience? It reminds us that beyond the tangible world lies a realm of spirit and mystery. Ayahuasca beckons us to explore hidden dimensions, much like the journey in the movie Avatar. Confront shadows and embrace the light. Think of it as a real-life Stranger Things adventure. It demands courage and reverence, offering profound healing and understanding, just like how Megan Fox described her healing journey with ayahuasca. Ayahuasca compels us to expand our understanding of reality and embrace the mystery of the human experience. It's like stepping into a Doctor Strange multiverse. It leads us to healing and a deeper understanding of ourselves, much like the journey of self-discovery in Eat, Pray, Love, the unfolding tapestry of discovery. Our exploration of ayahuasca has only just begun. Like an intricate tapestry, woven from threads of ancient wisdom, scientific inquiry, personal experience, and cultural perspectives, the full picture of ayahuasca's potential is still being revealed. Each new study, each anecdotal account, each cultural exchange adds another layer of understanding, enriching the tapestry and deepening our appreciation for the complexity of this sacred brew. The scientific community, once hesitant to engage with the world of plant medicine and altered states of consciousness, is now increasingly recognizing the value of rigorous research on ayahuasca. For instance, the work of Dr. Gabor Mate has brought ayahuasca into the spotlight, showing its potential in treating trauma and addiction. Studies are shedding light on the neurochemical mechanisms underlying ayahuasca's effects, revealing its potential to treat a range of mental health conditions. Remember the episode of Chelsea Doze on Netflix, where Chelsea Handler explores ayahuasca? It highlighted both the challenges and the profound insights that can come from such experiences, and offering tantalizing clues about the nature of consciousness itself. Yet, even as science delves deeper into the molecular intricacies of ayahuasca, it becomes increasingly apparent that its essence cannot be fully captured in a test tube or measured by brain scans alone. Take, for example, the personal stories shared by celebrities like Sting and Lindsay Lohan, who have spoken about their transformative ayahuasca journeys. The subjective experiences of ayahuasca users, the profound insights, the emotional breakthroughs, the spiritual awakenings, these are the threads that give the tapestry its richness and depth, reminding us that the human experience cannot be reduced to mere biological processes. As we continue to weave this tapestry of discovery, it is essential that we approach ayahuasca with both curiosity and humility, recognizing the limitations of our current knowledge and embracing the ongoing journey of exploration. Just like the characters in the movie The Last Shaman, who embark on a quest for healing and self-discovery through ayahuasca. The path ahead is one of continuous learning, of bridging disciplines, of honoring diverse perspectives, and of approaching this sacred medicine with the reverence and respect it deserves. Navigating the crossroads, a call for wisdom and compassion. As ayahuasca gains increasing recognition for its healing potential, we find ourselves at a critical crossroads. Just like Neo in The Matrix, we must choose our path wisely. The decisions we make today, as individuals and as a global community, will shape the future of this sacred medicine and its role in our world. Think of it as the butterfly effect in action. It is a time for wisdom, for compassion, and for a deep commitment to ethical practices that honor both the potential and the vulnerability of this ancient brew. Remember the lessons from Avatar about respecting indigenous wisdom. The rise of ayahuasca tourism, while offering economic opportunities, also presents challenges. Imagine the impact of eat, pray, love tourism on local cultures. We must strive to ensure that the wisdom of indigenous traditions is respected, much like how the Jedi respect the Force. That cultural appropriation is avoided, as seen in the backlash against insensitive Halloween costumes. And that the harvesting of ayahuasca is done sustainably to protect the fragile rainforest ecosystems from which it originates. Think of the environmental message in Fern Gully. Furthermore, as ayahuasca becomes more widely available, it is essential that we prioritize safety and responsibility. Consider the rigorous safety protocols in place for space travel. Thorough screening of potential participants, proper preparation, much like the training montages in Rocky, and skilled facilitation are crucial for minimizing risks and ensuring that individuals are adequately supported throughout the entire ayahuasca experience. Think of the guidance provided by Mr. Miyagi in The Karate Kid. We must also be mindful of the ethical implications of commercializing sacred practices and guard against the potential for exploitation. Remember the cautionary tale of Jurassic Park. Ayahuasca is not a commodity to be bought and sold, but a sacred medicine to be approached with reverence, respect, and a deep understanding of its complexities. Much like the One Ring in The Lord of the Rings, by prioritizing ethical considerations, fostering open dialogue, and working collaboratively, we can create a path forward that honors the sacred origins of ayahuasca while harnessing its healing potential for the benefit of all. Just as the Avengers work together to protect the world, honoring the sacred, embracing the unknown. As ancient traditions and modern science converge, like when Western researchers first met indigenous shamans, ayahuasca holds promise and uncertainty, much like the journey of the Beatles to India in search of spiritual enlightenment. It bridges worlds, heals deep wounds, and expands our understanding of consciousness, reminiscent of how yoga became a global phenomenon. Imagine the brain scans of those who meditate, revealing the mysteries of the mind. Let us honor its sacred origins, just as we respect the roots of jazz and blues in American music. Respect indigenous wisdom, like the ancient stories passed down through generations, and embrace the unknown with courage, much like explorers venturing into uncharted territories. The story of ayahuasca is still being written, much like the ever-evolving narrative of human history. May we write it with wisdom and compassion, inspired by the unity seen in global movements for peace and justice.